Company, with special guest from me, Sebastiani, the greatest commedia dell'arte troupe in the entire world, out of Boston. We have already done several plays this weekend, but right now we're going to be doing a rather magical performance. As I'm sure you know and came here, this is a performance highly inspired by the wizarding world of Harry Potter. But this is not going to be a play set in the time period of Harry Potter, or Dumbledore, or Voldemort, or many of our favorites, Luna. We love Luna, because we're crazy. This is an extrapolation, an idea of what the wizarding world may have been like during the Renaissance. In this case, in Italy. And why? Because at the root of what our two troupes do is commedia dell'arte. So what you will see is a commedia dell'arte play, as if the wizarding world was real, or we know it was. So you will see us do a historic Italian Renaissance comedy that is not scripted, but it has a brief outline that we improvise. And you will see stock characters. Characters like beautiful lovers, braggarts, schemers, fools. And you will get to see them in a new light as done in the wizarding world. So, with much further ado, the confused Greenies of Players Patchwork Theater Company, Andy Sebastiani, the greatest commedia dell'arte troupe in the entire world, present for you the Triwizard Tournament of 1594. Okay.
Good. Everyone, good. In positions, everyone. In positions, everyone. Good. Welcome, everyone. I, Cola, the Arcandum of the Magi Mediterranean, wish to welcome you to the first ever Italian Triwizard Tournament. Thank you. Now, this is the first time, and there are certain rules, and the rules will be that I will draw three names for three wizards who will come participate in this tournament for the glory of the Italian peninsula. So, without further ado, let us draw the names. So, first. Oh yes, a very distinguished young magi from the schools of Pedro. Fabrizio, everyone, Fabrizio. Whoa, that's a hot one. Well, we have some diversity here. Representing the far lands of Spain is the wondrous magician Testosterone. And now the third and most, I'm sure, equally well distinguished magi is, let's see, Flavio. Flavio. You know Flavio? No one knows Flavio. No one knows Flavio. Oh, we must know Flavio. Flavio. Dottore, we're in trouble. This goblet of fire, it's a binding contract. Yes. If we don't find this Flavio, the tournament won't happen, and then horrible calamity.
Well, there was a Flavio. He was someone who I had his name in my book for the school.
I'm undoubtedly, yes.
But he didn't actually show up and fully enroll.
What? Oh!
So
Dottore, I blame you for this, and I will hold you responsible. You better set everything right. You use every means within your disposal to put things right so we have this tournament going. I don't care what it takes. Get this tournament rolling.
Yes, I know. And moreover, there's the word of the prophecy. You remember the prophecy?
I wish I didn't.
The prophecy that says the winner of this 1594 tournament, this tournament, could be the one who saves all of the wizarding world, not just our order.
Dottore, I know this, and we must get this done properly, or else we'll never be saved, and the world as we know it will end up in darkness.
We must prepare for the tournament.
You better. I will hold you personally responsible if the world ends.
No pressure.
letter was supposed to go to Flavio a really long time ago. Oops.
Flaminia! Flaminia! Flavio! Flaminia!
My darling!
Oh, my love, I've missed you so.
I've missed you too for the whole past 5 minutes that we've been apart.
Oh, it felt like an eternity, my love.
Oh, 2 eternities at least. An eternity of eternities.
Oh, but in that time I got you something.
Oh, you got me a present?
Yes.
That is so romantic. What's my present?
So, my father's ships came in
Oh!
from dealing with trades in other lands,
Oh.
and they brought in the shipment of fresh exotic fruit.
Exotic fruit.
It's called a banana.
Oh, that's really hard to stop saying. Like your name, Flavio. Flavio. I love this present so much. I love it almost as much as I love you, but not because I love you more.
I love you more.
I love you more. That's really hard to stop saying too.
Oh, but my father will never let me marry you because you're poor.
But that's not true. My family has more galleons than anyone else in the kingdom of Italia.
What do ships have to do with money? Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what my father thinks. I will find a way to marry you, Flaminia. There's just something magical about you.
I can't talk about that either. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far necessarily.
You're certainly very enchanting.
I think I hear my father coming.
Oh,
You better go.
I should not be here.
See us together.
Until we meet again, my love.
Until we meet again, my darling. Oh, definitely can't let my father see us together because my father, Pantalone, is the headmaster of the University of Bologna, Scuola Magica. And I definitely, my father, Dottore Gratiano, he's the headmaster of the foremost wizarding school in the whole city. And if he knew that I was in love with a persona non magica, he'd never let me marry my Flavio.
I told you I don't want to where he is. I'm sorry. I meant to take his admittance letter to the University of Bologna Scholastica Magica. I meant to, really.
Well, now you have us in a bit of a problem.
I'm sorry I can't find Flavio.
Because now...
Flavio! Yes, Father?
Do you know something about this, Flavio?
Oh, I definitely don't know anyone named Flavio! Definitely not anyone by that name who would be a persona non magica or anything like that. No, not me. No, never.
She smells like cheese and rainbows.
All right, Tina, we have no time to feed your gullet. Eat it often enough as it is. We've got to find this Flavio. We have to get in here before the Triwizard Tournament begins. It's essential. Now, get
Are
moving.
you gonna drag me? I know you're gonna push
No, I'm
me.
going to push you out the door. Angry I will. Cranky at you.
A Triwizard Tournament? Here in Venice? But that never happens. There's never been a Triwizard Tournament here before. And
you'd be right.
what does that have to do with my Flavio?
Well, you'd be right on several accounts, miss.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Signore.
And pleasure to meet you. My name is Fabrizio.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. Signore Fabrizio, I don't believe I've seen you in town before.
I am the champion from Tromba, which is awfully strange because only Hogwarts, Beaubaton, and Durmstrang run a Triwizard Tournament. It's awfully suspicious that we get one around here. But your Flavio, as you have said, I think,
Yes,
he is going to be the champion of Bologna.
Wait, but that means
Lamb, I think.
But he hasn't even been to wizarding school, Signore. But although not that I've been in wizarding school either, I couldn't go.
That's hardly your fault. All of these schools around here still follow the persona non magica model of no female students.
No, I don't understand why that would bother you so much, Signore, being a learned man as such as yourself.
Oh, well, you know, I care very much. These kind of social issues, because I think it's unfair.
I'm very social, especially with Flavio. But about that reminds me, I have to go find a way to save my beloved. So if you'll excuse me, Signore. Oh, pleasure.
Definitely not a woman in disguise.
Good to know. Oh, my Flavio!
How strange.
I couldn't help overhearing. This tournament is indeed rather odd, I should think, and it's far too hastily planned. I wonder what's going on.
Are you Victorian?
Why, yes, I am. It is a pleasure to meet you, Signore.
And I've long admired your work in the wizardry world. You're the brightest witch of our age.
Oh, yes, yes, I am. Though that's no thanks to the wizarding school models. I had to pay for a tutor. Me, a tutor. I wasn't allowed in their lousy school.
How abysmal.
Yes, and I had to fund my own education. And while admittedly, commedia dell'arte is kind of fun and a fun way to fund your education, I still shouldn't have to do that on principle.
How barbaric.
But you know, I have heard of you too, Fabrizio, the rising star of Padua.
Oh, well. I don't like to brag, but I appreciate the recognition.
Yes, I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah. I have to prepare for the first task.
Oh, and a hard worker to boot. And cute.
Oh, is it really you? Is it really Victoria Piesani? Oh,
Yes, yes, it is.
the greatest witch of our age.
Oh, I didn't know my reputation preceded me in Spain.
Well, I am your greatest fan. Because I am the greatest wizard of the age.
Oh God, not one of these.
I'm the man, the wizard, who needs no introduction.
But-
So let me introduce myself, for I am Capitano Molto Blanco Frappuccino El Grande
How'd you do that?
Testosterone.
No, seriously, how did you just do that?
Magic. So, I, Capitano, being not only the greatest Spaniard, but also the greatest wizard, could easily win this tournament. I almost didn't enter because it would be so easy. But I entered for a chance to meet you, the greatest witch,
Oh, I
the
am
greatest
overjoyed.
wizard, no,
You,
You.
Victoria, how dare you ruin my day even more than it's been ruined before.
And the same goes to you.
Well, at least I don't have to worry about you messing around with my tournament.
Of course not, because I'm one of the judges. I will keep it running smoothly.
What? Oh, what idiot hired you to run my tournament?
Dottore hired me.
Oh, well, that figures. Well, I will not stand
no need for violence here. No need for
Oh.
violence
I'll
at
show
all.
you
Oh,
one.
I'll show you double violence.
You're not worth the effort, lousy wizard.
I'll show you. I'll show you I'm worth it. I have a tournament to run.
So what you just saw happen there was that Capitano is a very honorable man who does not wish to get in the way of an obviously honorable duel. That's exactly what just happened. I think I hear a tournament I have to go get ready for.
Flavio.
Master Del Torre.
Yes, I've got some things to discuss with you. Things about your future.
My future?
Yes, and apparently
Oh, no.
I'll be a part of it.
What does he know about commedia?
No, I'm not talking about some witch.
What? Did you just call your own daughter a witch?
Yes, I call her a witch.
Why would you do that?
Because she is one.
Well,
And I'm a wizard. And there's something else. You're a wizard, Flavio.
I'm a what? You're a wizard.
And a good one, wizard.
You also smell like bread and desperation.
I mean, I've heard that magic was a thing, but I never actually thought it was, real.
Well, we just try not to be too out of hope. But, prove it.
Oh no.
Stupefy.
Dead.
Revival.
Well, I'm convinced. You can't fake that. Is Arlecchino a wizard too?
No, well, maybe. I could also be like part goblin or part fairy or part troll, but I think I'm a quarter Dutch.
Moreover, there's more you need to know.
More?
Yes.
More!
You are to be champion.
A champion.
Triwizard Tournament.
You sure you got the right guy?
And came out of the cup.
But I don't even know how to cast spells.
Well, just improvise. We have to go and prepare for the first task. You are vital to this first task.
Oh, that's a bad thing. I'm scared.
I have no idea what just happened.
Save me?
Come on.
I'm so confused.
Come, champions, and please introduce yourself.
I am Flavio of the School of Pawpaw.
You're Flavio too? Wow.
I'm Fabrizio.
Fabrizio is studying long and hard for this first task.
You'll have to pardon me. Bologna isn't my first language.
I am the young.
I am Capitano, Moco, Blanco, Frappuccino, El Grande,
No, seriously, how are you doing that?
Testosterone.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, and I am from the University of Valladolid.
I'm Flavio, and I have no idea what's going on here.
Choosing to be humble. Well, I suppose that would be natural for someone from a small school such as your own. Now, champions, present your wands. Yes, a nice wand, fairly springy. Nice color. Oh, and look at that tip. It is nice and purple.
Thank you, ma'am.
But if you like that, wait till you get a load of Capitano's wand.
That's not a wand.
Oh, it's my wand. I embedded my wand in my sword. It's much more manly.
I would not have expected anything less.
Nobody expects the Spanish Capitano.
I never see you coming.
And you, Flavio, where is your wand?
Here, now. I don't actually have a wand.
You don't have a wand?
Speak of.
Okay. This happens to all men sometimes.
It's very
Sorry.
good, glad you're here. Thank you for making it here. It's appreciated. Yes.
We might have a problem.
All right.
You ready for the first task?
The first task.
Capitano's ready.
Since we are here in the lovely city of Venice, though canals and such, we have prepared first task to be, each one of you shall face down. Very fierce. Crackino.
Ooh, Crackino.
Crackino, yes.
What do we have to do with it?
You face it down, you wrestle it, and you take away from that Crackino a valuable tome.
Oh, Capitano will go first. And Capitano will slay the Crackino.
I don't remember hearing.
You got the extra large Crackino?
They come in extra large?
It takes a while.
Crackino? In the canals? Thought you ought to know.
I would expect nothing less.
I don't like this. I've never heard of a crackino before, but
Right?
are you sure about this?
Yes, are you?
I'm quite sure. Yes.
I'm not. You've got to be kidding.
It's the southern Crackino. The southern.
I didn't know they were native to the south.
Well, that was easy. All you have to do is a first level spell.
But I don't even know 0 level spells.
Don't worry. They'll do.
I don't want to be alone if there's monsters.
Don't worry. Face it.
Me?
You're joking, right?
Face down.
But isn't that just your... It's a little slimy, but isn't that just your...
No. It's the southern Crackino. A few more tentacles than the regular one.
Use anything as a wand. Anything, something wand-like.
It's one like,
Yes,
Wait-
I
wait a
believe
minute.
in you. You can do this.
then I can do this.
Your target's over there.
Banana.
What's that?
It's
It smells good.
well, if you give me the book, you can have it.
Oh, here, I can find it. I mean,
Here.
yay! I have food.
I guess I did it.
He did it. Oh, I've got to get out of here before my father sees me.
Hooray!
Dottore, that was just your servant in a slimy costume.
We've been having budget cuts.
Apparently so.
I understand. I really had to prepare this. Just a very little bit.
Just get to preparing the next task.
You know.
Oh, budget my butt.
Is the Crackino gone?
Oh yes, it's definitely gone.
Oh, what about, there's no dragons.
No, why would we have any dragons?
No hippogriffs?
We haven't imported those for years.
And especially not any blubbering humdingers, right?
I mean, it's possible there might be one or two of those.
I am very disappointed in you.
Well, okay, so it didn't go as good, I suppose.
As good as I would have been happy with a minor disaster. I would have been happy with a inconvenience about the proportions. No, you brought Victoria into this.
Well, now, Victoria is very organized. More so than, well, sometimes me, most of the time you. And besides, she's getting the next task ready.
Dottore! Don't you remember in the prophecies there was talk about a woman who will bring about the darkness? Which is why we need this Triwizard Tournament in the first place. I believe Victoria will be the cause of this darkness.
I'll have to study more, but I'm not quite sure yet.
Well, at least are the wizards doing well?
Well, they're doing fairly good, kind of a little bit.
You are giving me an ulcer. I'm going to go lie down, rest for a while, think happy thoughts. And you better have everything under control by the time I decide to look in on you. And I will do it in secret. And I will do it in such a way that you will never know, and your entire future will depend upon me being happy. Do you understand?
I think I understand. Rest.
I will. Oh, my poor stuff.
Seem champion need some motivation. Kind of motivation. I need a little help. Arlecchino! Arlecchino! It never happens. Arlecchino!
Did you call for me?
Yes, as a matter of fact. We need to find some motivation.
Well,
they're all
men, right?
Yes.
What men what?
Well, now, two men. What?
I mean, personally, I really like to eat the sausage. So, you can just eat them.
That's
Are you saying food's not good enough?
men always have their eye on a lovely lady. That is it. My daughter. Winner tournament could marry my daughter.
The cheese and rainbows one?
I have a plan. Follow me.
Oh no.
Yes, yes.
Flaminia! Flaminia!
Oh, my darling.
Oh, my love.
I'm so worried about you in the tournament. You did so well the first time. But the second task is sure to be more daunting.
I still don't know what I'm doing, but this book is very interesting.
Oh, well, you need more than books to win a Triwizard Tournament. So I know you don't have a wand, so here's mine. You can use that. I decorated it specially just for you.
It's wonderful.
I know, isn't it?
It's the greatest thing ever.
Except for me, right?
Right, of course.
And
But after that, it's the greatest thing ever.
oh, that's so sweet of you to say, especially since I made you say it. You're so sweet.
You're sweeter.
Oh, you're sweeter.
You're sweetest.
Oh. I have to go. I think I hear my father again. Oh, but first, you don't know how to use that, do you? Oh, well, easy thing. I'll start with an easy thing.
Okay.
Swish and flick.
Swish and
Not quite. But I'm sure there'll be time to work on it before the second task. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Remember, I believe in you. I believe in you.
then I believe in me too.
Oh, I'm so happy you believe
Flavio.
Oh.
You know, it is I, Capitano. You need to know something. I obviously could have easily slayed the Gratino, because I'm, of course, Spanish.
Yes,
But
I'm aware.
I decided you, not having a wand, needed some help. So I let you have that one. Get a head start. That's obviously what Capitano did, because any other story about Capitano being afraid is obviously not true.
Well, that's very generous of you, Capitano. I do have a wand now, though I'm not sure how to use it.
Oh, you do not know how to use it?
No.
Well, maybe we could do a little exchange, one favor for another favor. I could show you how to use a wand. And if I do, you could show me that book that I helped you get.
You know what? I think it's fair.
I do not know how they teach you this in Italy, but this is how we use wands in Hispanic. First, you grip your wand. Grip my wand. Grip it like it's part of you.
Okay.
Then you swish your wand. Swish it like it's part of you. And then flick. Got it?
Got it, I think.
All right, with me. Grip, swish, swish, flick, flick. Grip, swish, 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 flick. That is a very manly way to use the wand. Do you think you got that?
I think so. Well, here.
Right.
Grip, swish.
You go practice your wand somewhere else. All right, let's see this book. Now tell me the next task.
That wasn't a wand technique worth teaching.
Oh, that is a proper technique.
I think you'll find far more satisfactory results from swish and flick.
That is just so simple. It's not manly at all. Don't you know how to be manly?
I know better than you. All you do is act on aggression.
It's Fabrizio. I cannot believe this Fabrizio might be more manly than me. But possibly, I have to keep my eye on Fabrizio here.
I'm definitely more manly than you. Definitely.
Well, there's more than you can learn in the book. And this book is pointless.
Well, all it is commedia techniques. It doesn't make much sense.
This book
Why would
is
this be a
pointless
prize?
because it's in Italian. Can't believe it's Italian. Need a translation.
Preparing for the next task, I see.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Of course.
Victoria.
Well, I came to give you a tip, Fabrizio.
Yes.
I've heard that for the next tournament, they'll be taking something precious from each of the champions, and you'll have to rescue it.
I see. Thank you.
I was hoping that perhaps I could be that special something for you.
Oh, God.
Vittoria, we will just have to wait and see what the fates determine. But in the meantime,
So you're looking to be someone's special something in the next task?
I'd cast Stupefy, but I don't think it would have much effect.
I have to go get ready for the next task. Yes, that's why I'm leaving.
Arlecchino. Lydia. I need your clothes. You need my clothes? Why do you need my clothes? I need your clothes because I need to disguise myself as you so I can sneak into my father's study and find a better one for my Flavio. That
thing.
See?
Wait,
And the next,
what is that Fabrizio?
and he may already be along.
What's the next task?
And the next task has already begun.
What?
Something very precious to you has been taken.
Flaminia!
And figured out the rest, go get it.
Oh, well, Capitano will definitely win this match. I will just use my... my wand!
There is a lack of Fabrizio here. I have a feeling he may have already begun, at least that's my hope. I shall have to go and supervise. Thank you both so much. I must be.
Dad, the most precious thing is my disguise. People are gonna find out I'm actually Isabella.
Hold it right there. Fabrizio. You are not all you seem, are you? Remilio. You're a woman? Nope. Back here. Yeah. Just so. What?
Flaminia! 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 Flavio! I mean Flaminia!
Hi.
Flaminia, I'm so worried. So worried
Okay.
something happened to you. Wow, your hands are so wet and clammy. It's kind of rough. Oh, you must be nervous from being kidnapped like this. Oh, don't worry, my love. Here, you can wear these special robes they gave me when I became a wizard.
Can I put on another layer?
There, that'll keep you nice and warm.
Okay.
Don't worry, I will win, and then we can be married.
Okay.
I love you more.
Hi.
Are you feeling okay, Flaminia?
I'm fine. See here how the high-pitched swing says? Everything is all right.
That's nice.
Me too.
Flaminia, where are you going? Oh, Capitano is not happy. Yes, I got there. I recovered my wand. But
But what happened? Why?
Fabrizio must have gotten there first, and for some reason left his doublet and hat behind, probably to taunt me. So once again, Capitano did not come in first. But wait, I have Fabrizio's clothing. I think I have an idea. I think I know what I can do. Oh, Jess, this is very good. Wait, whoa! What was that? Whoa! Who's there? Wow! Whoa! Help me! What is going on?
Stupid.
Go!
Dad,
Where'd she go? Where'd she go?
Mr. Get.
Capitano? What are you doing with Fabrizio's clothing?
Obviously not a very cunning plan. No!
Excelliarmus! Stupefy! Oh wait, that didn't work. All of this! The fact Fabrizio needs to disguise herself as a man just to attend school. You know what this needs? I need to become the new master master of the Arcandum and bring about a new world order!
Doctor,
Yes.
I have good news and bad news. The good news is my ulcer is much better now.
I suppose that's good news.
The
Yeah.
bad news is my self-worth is now being threatened by the calamity that is this Wizard Tournament. And it's your fault. I swear I will crush you like a little bug within the paws of a giant elephant.
I do believe that elephants do not actually have paws.
That is irrelevant at this time! What I want is for this tournament to go more smoothly from this point on.
Problem? I have Victoria working on it right now.
Ah! You know, I don't even care anymore. I am so upset with myself that I just, whatever it takes, I'm just going to find a way to feel better about myself now.
I have a drink. Breathe.
Oh, I'm going to need something stronger than a drink.
Victoria's got the plans in motion. You didn't even put in the system.
I got it.
Oh, good. Arlequina.
Yes. Yes, I am.
I must compliment you on your disguise.
My
Disguising
disguise?
yourself as Flamingo.
Oh, yes, I'm really good at looking like Flaminia. Yes, I am.
Ah, yes, and as long as this tournament doesn't take any other bad turns, the winner shall wed my daughter Flamingo.
Oh, that means I get to marry Flavio.
Flamingo, why would it matter to you who Flaminia would marry?
What do I do? What would Arlecchino do? What would the real Arlecchino do? I got it. I am Arlecchino. You give me a task, I mess it up, and everybody laughs. See? You're a sock.
Am I a free elf now? I have to go get ready for the class. Not even myself.
You know, I didn't think that was stupid enough to work, but it was exactly stupid enough.
I'm wearing a lot of layers.
Sure. All right. I went to my father's study, and I found you another wand. It's better than the other one.
You want to give me a wand?
Yeah. With this, you'll be able to win the tournament, and then we can be married.
But, okay.
Yes, it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And what could possibly go wrong? Farewell, my love. Good luck in the tournament. Use that wand well.
They don't usually All right.
I have some news.
Okay.
I don't know. You may have heard that the winner of this tournament will get to marry beautiful Flaminia. And whereas any man would want to marry you, my heart is to another. However, I, as Capitano, will definitely win this tournament. So, you and I may have to get married.
Really? Here you go.
What?
I'm really confused.
What do I do with this? Well, let's forget about that. For you see, for Capitano to win his tournament, Capitano must win their task. But the first task, that Fabrizio beats me. And the second task, that Fabrizio beats me. But worse, Fabrizio has Victoria's attention. So I have a cunning plan. For you see, if Fabrizio was to fail the next task in a completely glorious way, he would also lose the affections of Victoria. But how could this happen? Well, Fabrizio's doublet, Fabrizio's hat, which included hairs from Fabrizio, and with this vial of polyjuice potion,
Oh boy.
I can have the body of Fabrizio. This is the greatest plan ever. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, that is horrible. Oh, that is the second worst thing I've ever drank.
Capitano feels different. Capitano feels interesting in his new shape. Capitano feels shapely. Very shapely.
The one thing that would really boost my self-esteem would be to find a nice, shapely young woman. Pour out my affections for her, have her return my affections, and then do things that they write about in poetry.
Capitano knows you.
Hello. Oh, beauteous star that sits in my sky. Would you happen to have a delicious piece of pie that I may then throw upon the wall of love, and then, if we get together, thank the lucky stars above?
Capitano has learned a lesson about how to treat women. Stupid!
Fabrizio, if that is your real name.
It is not. Wait, yes it is. Yes, I am Fabrizio.
You, how can you perpetuate the status quo in such a perverse way? You should be fighting, not dressing like a man. Remilio! Get back! Remilio! Work this time, Juan! Temperamental, this one.
Capitano is back! Cappy! Uh-oh.
What do you mean back?
So, you know what was just happening a few seconds ago? The whole run? Yeah. Ah!
I don't know what you did, but get back here!
of people shouting today.
Oh, thank goodness. I got my dress back. Oh, Flavio!
Flaminia!
He's all right! Flavio!
Flaminia!
Flavio!
Flavio!
Oh, thank goodness. You're okay. Oh,
Flaminia, I have great news.
oh, you do? Did you practice with that wand I gave you?
Well, yes, but I've been reading that book that I got from the Marcon, and I think I've got a hang on how to do the third task. So I won't be needing this.
No, but what about the other wand I gave you?
What other one?
Yeah. Oh, did you lose it already? You silly thing. Oh, here, let me jog your memory. It's
Okay.
about yay long, I think, and it's kind of whitish, and it's grumpy, and it's got really weird looking runes on it.
Weird looking runes.
What?
The Elder Wand.
What?
The what?
I need that to complete this. You have the Elder Wand? You must give me the Elder Wand.
But no.
Did I hear some screaming?
What's wrong?
My Flavio was kidnapped
Why?
by Cola. It was terrible.
It'll be fine.
We have to save Flavio.
Why did you take him?
Something about a wand or something, I don't know. I borrowed a wand and it was. Get back here! You oaf!
I am not an oaf! What a troll! What a troll!
That's the wand I gave my Flavio!
This
It
is
doesn't work very well.
This is
I recognize this.
It's the what?
It's the Elder Wall.
The Elder Wand!
Oh, I never thought I'd see that in my lifetime.
Where did you find it?
I found it in my father's desk in his study, and I bought
You had the Elder Wand?
Right,
Give
yeah.
me that wand, and no one will get hurt.
Oh my.
I have not put in a lot of machinations to get this
People
going.
have won! People have
Give me
won!
that wand. Give me that wand.
What are you doing? What's it? Oh, okay, here. You!
I'm just kidding.
Here!
What?
All right. No! I got confused! All you Italian people like!
Now, I shall finally get rid of everything that stands in the way of the world I've always been dreaming of.
Attack him! Attack him! Do something!
Perfect.
Expelliarmus!
It does not work! He has the Elder Wand!
Stupefy! Anything!
Petrificus totalis! Unify!
Wingardium Leviosa!
Anything! Oh no!
Oh dear.
He can deflect anything with that!
Yes.
What are we going to do?
And soon it will be a world ruled by men, women subservient forevermore.
So you mean no different than it currently is?
The
No!
prophecy was not about women, it was about you! You're the darkness!
No, that can't be.
No! What?
Well, let's take care of this once and for all.
I will not let you harm Victoria.
What are you gonna do? Stop me with that martial weapon when I have the power of magic behind me?
I admit, Capitano may not be a good wizard, but to your wand and my sword, it's just a piece of wood.
Oh.
He actually can't.
Maybe it's not all
Can't believe it. Oh, I just can't believe it. This bomb is gone.
I look, you know
stole from Hogwarts to put my plan into action, I will still release the powers that will help me, and none of you can do a thing about it.
The dark magic is inside the Triwizard Cup. We need to stop him.
that.
Oh, you do?
But I am not powerful enough to know.
Together, we might be able to do it. Quick, use the Elder Wand!
Use the Elder Wand.
Yes! 2, 3, No, the darkness is leaking out of the cup! We released the darkness out of the cup!
There's only one thing we can do
A
about this.
Patronus, a very powerful Patronus!
But we need the happiest person around.
Who is the happiest
Cast
person?
this spell and dispel
Well,
it
yeah.
once and for all.
You're the only one who can do it! You are the happiest person I know!
You named Pink, you must be happy.
He's not like rainbows.
But I'm not strong enough.
Believe in yourself!
Believe.
Think of that happiest thought and cast that
My
Patronus!
happiest thought. I know my happiest thought. I know it. I can do it. I can do it.
You can do it.
Expecto Patronum!
But
That's
Triwizard
not
is
just
evil.
the people. That's my happiest thought. And my happiest thought is my
I will never be able to unsee that.
I agree with
Wow, it's really prettily.
What just happened?
you. If you didn't see it, you don't want to know.
You saved the whole wide world.
Sort of.
But we should save the world more often.
The Algebra has been defeated.
But we have one task left.
What do we do now without the Algebra?
Somebody who can take over will have to take over, and I think I know just the person.
I think I do too.
Arlecchino?
No.
Officials, Dottore, I propose that I be the new leader of the Arcando. Now that that's agreed, women will now be able to attend magic school. Booyah!
Hey, is my school gonna go co-ed? Why didn't I do this before?
Does that mean I can actually go to
That was
Wizarding
quite courageous of you. And if your school does go co-ed, you better not date anybody else.
Yes, Mr. Zuckerman.
We have one task left for this tournament.
Oh, yes.
It's a magically bound contract. We can't just start now.
The third task. What is it?
Well, you know what? Everyone? I think I got this one.
You do?
You?
You don't even know magic. How can you?
Because I read that book.
The book?
The one in Italian?
Yes, one Italian that contained information on the third task. The chapter that Vittoria wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the third task is to perform a commedia dell'arte play.
Oh.
And guess what we've just been doing?
Yes, it's one thing to be able to cast magic with spells and enchantments and wands, but it's a whole nother thing to enchant an audience of persona non magica for even an hour.
Without the use of spells or wands or anything but imagination and improvisation.
This is so meta, I can't even handle it right now.
So on.
And it seems we have succeeded.
We have finished the third task.
And the Triwizard Tournament is now complete. I guess you all
Congratulations, champions! And congratulations, audience, for seeing such a wonderful commedia dell'arte play.
Thank you.
If I point this at one of you guys, what will happen?
Nothing unless you say the magic words. Don't say the magic words.
Oh wait, that was last night's show.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get the Elder Wand out of Arlecchino at some point.
All things must come to pass.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
are the confused Greenies of Players Patchwork Theater Company.
From out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Mostly. With special guest stars from Sebastiani.
The greatest commedia dell'arte troupe in the entire world!
And I quickly want to also let you know before I introduce the players, if you'd like seeing us do wizarding plays, we actually have a short one tomorrow before our improv games in this room at 11:30. That one is going to be a mashup of two fandoms called Doctor Who and Stories of Good Wizards. And after that, we'll have an hour of straight improvisational games, so who knows what can happen.
Hosted by?
Hosted by Dalek Scarino.
The points don't matter.
The
losers will be exterminated.
And now, your players for this evening, playing the appropriately fighter for women power, the beautiful, lovely, and clever Vittoria Piesimi, who's actually based on a real person from history,
Who did actually act in commedia dell'arte in the 16th century in Italy.
right when women were allowed to act, is Selena. And playing the definitely man Fabrizio is, of course, Isabella. And playing the beautiful and intelligent and up-and-coming best witch of her age, Isabella, is Amy.
Hi.
And you're a Flavio, Steve.
You don't say.
He does say.
Steve here playing Flavio. Because everyone loves Flavio. And playing our beloved fool, Arlecchino, who is occasionally Flaminia and occasionally Flavio. And you couldn't
Occasionally
tell-
the Elder Wand.
That too, and you couldn't tell the Crackino.
There were a lot of layers.
Is
Like an onion.
is the lovely Monica, who came here despite being almost ready to graduate, so having a bunch of tests and exams and all that, and she still came here to do this play.
5 AP exams in the last 2 weeks.
There still might be fewer shows I put her in the past 2 weeks.
Yes, actually.
And playing the beautiful, charming young witch who can now go to school. Playing Flaminia is Megan. And playing the man who can get every prophecy wrong, the Arch-Chancellor of the University of Bologna, Scholastica Magica, is Dr. Graziano, played by Chuck. And we have our two Mediterranean Magi officials who were basically yes men of the patriarchy, but very willing to step up when feminism took over.
They just want someone to tell them what to do.
And not have to carry the hot potato.
Yep.
So, typical bureaucrats.
We have Thomas here, who's also from Sebastiani.
The greatest commedia dell'arte troupe in the entire world!
And Eliana here, who this weekend has come back to us for Marcon, and we haven't seen her for a while because she moved away, but she is one of our co-founders. And playing the obviously very progressive and pro-equality, you can tell this play, which took place hundreds of years ago, that we haven't done that today, is the former Archidem, playing Cola, is Master Christian, a.k.a. Michael, one of the many Michaels we have, also from Sebastiani. They have a very long name.
And speaking of long names, playing Capitano, Moco, Blanco, Frappuccino, El Grande, Testosterone.
I don't know how to do that.
We go on track then.
Yes. It is Jess Rudolph, the master of the Players Patchwork Theater Company's Confused Greenies, and also the guy who made this show up. God help us all.
And you all for coming, Marcon. We hope to see you tomorrow morning, but we hope that you have a fun rest of Marcon. You guys are amongst our best audiences of the year. We love playing here. We look for many more years. So go out, have fun. Tell everyone you like. Tell them to come watch us.
Yes,
We want
tell
them to
your
come watch us.
friends, tell your enemies, and watch them become your friends.
If you want to see me be a not foolish idiot, I'm playing Slytherin tomorrow.
Hopefully the Elder Wand is not inside of her at the time.
So
That'd
she's
be
playing
fun.
herself.
And just out of curiosity, how many people actually heard me in the hallway?
We heard you. We were in the hallway.
I was laying on the floor at the time, but I still heard you.
All right. There's surprisingly another event in this room
We
at
have 20
8:30.
minutes.
So,
We got splitsies, everybody.
but I also want to say there is a few other things in this room, and one of them is one of the other performances this weekend. The Buffy musical is happening here. The annual Buffy Sing-Along musical is happening here later tonight. I forget the time, but
11:30. Show starts at midnight.
come check that out. Come check out Rest of Fun and have a great evening, because now we can say mischief managed.
Thank you very much.